हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द कोडिंग अक। मैं सौरभ गोयल। उम्मीद करता हूँ आपको नोट.जेएस की सीरीज़ में मज़ा आ रहा होगा। तो आज की इस वीडियो में हम सीखेंगे गिट के बारे में। गिट एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड वर्जन कंट्रोल सिस्टम है जो कि हमें प्रोजेक्ट को एफिशिएंटली मैनेज करने में मदद करता है। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं गिट को इंस्टॉल करने से। हेड ओवर टू gitscm.com एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू योर ओएस डाउनलोड द फाइल। एक बार गिट डाउनलोड हो जाने के बाद आप उसे ओपन कर लें and now follow the on-screen instruction and continue as shown. ओके, एक बार गिट इंस्टॉल हो जाने के बाद अपने कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट या टर्मिनल में चेक कर ले वो प्रॉपरली इंस्टॉल हुआ है कि नहीं। तो इसके लिए हम ये कमांड रन करेंगे git -- वर्जन। तो आप देख सकते हैं मेरा 2.41 लेटेस्ट गिट इंस्टॉल्ड है। सो इन लिनक्स it's a very high chance that git is already installed. Now to check whether the git is installed in your system or not, head over to terminal and type this command git -- version. If it shows you a version, that means Git is already installed in your system and you are good to go. But if in case you are in Linux and Git is not installed, follow my commands. First of all, give yourself the root permissions. We will do it by using sudo su. Now, in your case, it might ask you the password. Since I have already given it, it didn't ask me so. Now, to install Git, I will use apt get install git. Since git is already installed in my system, it's showing this way. Now let's start by configuring for the initial installation. First of all, we will set the name globally git config -- global user.name and set your name. Secondly, we will set an email globally git config -- global user.email example@gmail.com. So let's start with our first command. This command, known as git init, allows you to initialize an empty git repository. So head over to your project directory. In my case, let me make my project directory. Let me show you. And now let me go inside it. Now I can type git init. So an empty git repository has been initialized. By running this command, we also create our .git file. Let me show you that. As you can see, a .git file. So now let's start by staging our changes to Git. First, let's create some files inside our project file. So for example, I have a index.html file. Let's say I also have style.css file. Now I can run git status and it will warn me about my untracked files, which in this case is index.html and style.css. So to stage these files, we can do by using git add. We can use git add in three ways. Let me show you. First, git add, we can directly write the file name like index.html space style.css. As you can see, no error. Our files has been staged. let me again show you by running git status. uh, so as I have told you that I will show you the other way. So let me include a new file, let's say logic.js. If I run git status, it will warn me about my untracked file. So let's track this file, but this time using different git add. So git add, instead of writing logic.js, what we will write is git add dot. Dot basically represent all the files in the local. So if I run this command and type git status, you can see that all my files have been staged and now they are ready to be committed. Let me show you how to commit these files. So to commit a file, we will use git commit. So git commit dash m for message, and here we can type a one line git commit message. Let's say initial commit. As you can see, my file has been committed. So what actually a commit means? A commit is basically a snapshot of your working directory. So whenever you include a new feature or fix a bug, and you encounter some error, you can roll back to the previous version by looking in the snapshots. Okay, let me show you uh, how you can use git commit in different ways. First, you would like to have not only one line but a multi-line commit message. Maybe you have done something uh, and the message uh, maybe you have done something significant and the message needed to be multi-line. So in this case, what you will do is you will type git commit. Okay, so first let me make changes to the file so that my working directory becomes dirty again. Sure, what I will do is I will type vim index.html, and here I will type hello world, and I will go to my command mode and type wq to exit from it. Now if I run git status, uh, it will warn me about the modified files. Now what if I want to make a snapshot or I want to commit it? So first I need to stage it. Now what I have told, to stage an untracked file, you need to run git add either file name dot extension, or what you can do is you can run git add dot. Now again check the working directory. Now it's showing it has been staged but not committed. So let's commit it. But this time we don't need a short message, we need a long one. So what we will do is we will write git commit enter. Okay, so what it has done is it has opened a default editor where we can write a long message. Okay, so let me say I have done something significant worth noting in multi-line. As you can see, now let me save the changes, and now my snapshot has been created with a commit which is multi-line, and the commit message is this. Now I would like to commit the changes in my local directory without staging it. There is a way to do it. Let me show you how. First, let me make my tree dirty again. So let me change something in my style.css file. Let's see. Vim style.css. Now what I will do is I will go into my insert mode and I will type some style files goes on. Let's go back to the command mode, type colon wq for save and exit. And now if I check my directory by using git status, you will notice my working directory has become dirty again. So now this time I will not stage the changes. What I will do is I will directly commit it with this command, git commit dash am space the message. Let's say my third commit. Obviously the commit message should be meaningful, not like my third commit. The commit message should signify what has been changed in the snapshot. This will be very helpful when you will view the history and roll back to the previous version if you need it. So let me hit enter, and you can see I committed successfully. Now what I'm gonna show you is a command to see the history of all your committed files. Let me show you git log. Now what this git log command is showing me all my commits. As you can see, my first commit is this initial commit, and then I made the multi-line commit, and then my third commit. So now since you can see this is space taking, might have 100 commit. So to view it in one line, we will use git log dash dash one line. As you can see, uh, this has summarized my whole commit in these 4 lines. And now it is a lot easier for me to search the commit since it only showed me my hash and my commit message. One thing to note here is I have a head pointer which is pointing to my master. So this head pointer is always pointing toward my last commit or my most recent commit. Now you would like to see the changes I have done in a particular commit. So for this you will use a command known as get show. So let me quickly type git log dash dash one line. And now let's say I want to view the commit 21914E6, which is my initial commit. Let's see what changes I have done in my initial commit. So to view the commit, you can use various method. Let me show you one by one. So the most basic is git show and type the hash value, which is 21914E6. As you can see in the initial commit, these are the changes I have done. I have added an index.html file, logic.js file, and style.css file. Now let's see the changes I have done in my second commit. So what I will do is get. So remember what I have told you about head? Yes, it stores my most recent or last commit. In this case, it is third commit. So instead of get show and the hashtag, what I will do is I will write head, and let's see if it work. Yes, as you can see, I had made changes in my style.css file, and here are the lines which I have added, which is indicated by a plus sign. Let me show you in what more ways you can see the history without typing this long hashtag. So what you can do is get show head, and relative to the position of head, how many times in tree you want to step down. So currently head points in my third commit. Let's say I want to view my second commit. So what I will do is I will put a tilde sign and put one, which basically tells go to my last commit and put one step down. So let's see if it works. Yes, I have added hello world in index.html file in my second commit. Maybe you want to see the changes in a particular commit in a particular file. So to see it, what you will do is get show head. Obviously, it should be in capital. Uh, Deviate by 1 and show me index.html. So you can see in my second commit, I have added hello world to index.html file. It showed here. Now we have covered pretty much the basics. Let me show you about .git ignore file. So every file and extension which are mentioned in .git ignore file are not git tracked. Let me show you how to create one and how to add files which we didn't want to track, and finally we will see it didn't make our working directly dirty or didn't get tracked. So I will type vim dot get ignore, and now we'll go into insert mode. In case you might think how to use vim or how to use Linux, I will suggest you to watch our Linux course which is currently ongoing. So let's say I don't want to track all the file whose extension is HTML, and let's try to save this file. Now if I do la, you can see it is showing as a hidden file .get ignore. So what we will do is we will make some changes in index.html, and it should not make our working directly dirty. Now let me show you the demo how this .get ignore file uh, doesn't track all the changes which I do in all my .html file. So head over to vim index.html. Let me add some more thing. Add some more thing. Now, if I go back and type get status, as you can see, it's showing nothing to commit, working tree clean. Now, you might be in a situation where you have accidentally staged a file and you want to unstage it. Here, you can use the git command restore dash dash staged. So how to use it? Let me show you a demo. Let's say I have made some changes in style.css file. So let me do so. Vim style.css. Let me add some more style. Add some more style. And then if I do git status, it shows one modified file. Now for staging it, I have to use get add file name. Now if I use git status, you can see my file has been staged but not committed. But now what if I want to unstage it, modify it again, and then again stage it, and finally commit it? So what I will do is I will run git restore dash dash staged space file name, in my case style.css. Now again if I run git status, you can see from green it is marked to red, indicating the file has been modified but not staged. Now in some case you may want to discard all local changes and revert to the last commit. So here we can use the command git restore all. What it will do is it will remove all the local changes, reverting the file to the state that they were in during the last commit. Let me show you how this works. So what I will do is I will make a local change. Let's say I change my .js file. So vim logic.js. Let me go to insert mode and add something here. Now I will go to style.css, add something more here. Now if I run git status, you can see these are the local changes which I have done to my working directory. Now what if I want to revert the changes and make my file directly look as if it was in the last commit? So here we will use get restore dot. Now if I do git status, you can see my directory has become clean again. Now let me open the file and show you that the local changes which I had done has been removed. Let me show you in the logic file vim logic.js. You can see here I wrote the line something to add, but it's missing here. Similarly, if I open style.css, you can see the last line is missing again. Now similarly, you want to restore not all the file but a particular file. What you can do is you can write git restore and a specific file name. Let's say I only want the file how it looked in the previous snapshot only for logic.js. I will write it like this. What this will do is it will go to my last snapshot, take my logic.js and replace with my current directory file. Since here it's already the same, so you can't see the difference. Okay, let's see the last command for today, known as get def. Maybe you want to see the changes made to your file that has not been staged yet. You can use the command get def. This shows the unstaged file in your working directory compared to the last commit. Let's say I change my logic.js file and I add something here, and then I also change my style.css file and I add something here. Now if I will run git def, what it will do is it will take my local copy of the files and compare it to the last commit. As you can see, I have added this two new line in logic.js file, and I have added these two files in my style.css file. Now similarly, there is one more command known as get def dash dash staged. So maybe you want to do the same thing, but not with the local files, but with the file which you have already staged. Let's see how it works. Let's first stage my local modified files. So get add all. Now if I do git status, you can see the files have been staged, but these files are different with what it looks in the last commit. So let's run the command get def dash dash staged. As you can see, it shows me the same thing. This is it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to watch the Node.js series and the ongoing Linux tutorial.